Hello, hello to all my Blerds, nerds, and everyone in between. Welcome to the Blerd Bites podcast. Hi, I'm your host, Rochie-san. It's about some anime, shall we? This bite is Bite 45. Card Battle Anime. Showdown. Which series rules them all? Number 1. Yu-Gi-Oh! It's an adventure and science fantasy. Yuki is a good boy that loves to play games. With the hope of making friends, Yuki begins to solve the Egyptian artifact known as the Millennium Puzzle. This artifact is said to grant wishes. But when Yuki finally solves the puzzle, instead, the puzzle embeds Yuki with the spirit of a pharaoh. The pharaoh is known as Yami. Yami is able to take over Yuki's body whenever he's about to battle an opponent to a card game. These aren't regular card games. These card games have high risk and really bad circumstances if you lose. Number 2, Mix Master, King of Cards. It's a fantasy, adventure, and action. The peaceful town of Gamebridge gets invaded by game monsters called Hench, and the game's evil lord, Brad. It's up to 11-year-old Ditz to use his card shuffler to mix or combine hench to bring about peace for his town and to become the greatest mix master. Number 3, Luck and Logic. It's action, fantasy, and science fiction. After the demon gods lost the 100-Year War, they took over the human land of Serptia. The human government ends up using a special police to keep the streets safe from otherworlders. Yoshichika is a powerless human that ends up meeting the goddess Athena. It's up to Yoshachika and Athena to aid the special police and to determine the future of their world. Number 4, Shadowverse Flame. It's action, adventure, shonen. 3 years after the Shadowverse TV first season, Tenryo attends Shadowverse College after receiving a fully loaded card deck and an invitation from the college's founder. Tenryo is told that this college is the key to his destiny, but he does not know how to play Shadowverse. So he ends up joining the college club called Seventh Flame. Meanwhile, the new artifact called the Ark is mysteriously stolen. Number 5, Vice Survive. It's a seinen. The protagonist Takashi must take down the 3 Chaos Sisters, known as Sais, Operetta, and Cal. Number 6, Build Divide. It's an action-adventure. In a society ruled by a trading card game, Tenryuto hopes to defeat the king. If he wins, the king will grant his any wish. Number 7, Future Card Buddy Fight. It's an action-adventure. It's about monsters and humans becoming friends or buddies. They also compete against one another in the Future Card Buddy Fight trading card game. Number 8, Battle Spirits. It's an action adventure. It's about the daily adventures of good boy Bashin. He strives to be the best at battle spirits. To do so, he must obtain rare X cards, battle mysterious adults, build the ultimate card deck, and to take down the king. Number 9, Duel Masters. It's an adventure action Showdown. This series is about a card game called Duel Masters of the 5 nations: fire, water, darkness, nature, and light. Shobu and his friends love to play Duel Masters. They even bring the monsters to life for their duels. Shobu plans to become the best duel master out there, just like his father. Number 10, Bakugan Battle Brawlers. It's an adventure in action and fantasy. One day, Dan catches one of these mysterious cards that falls out of the sky. He and his friend Shun decide to make a card game called Bakugan. With even more friends, they end up making the group called Bakugan Battle Brawlers. The group is then forced to fight for the Bakugan dimension called Vestroya. Here are some honorable mentions: Selector, Infected, Y-Cross, Card Captor Sakura, Pokemon, Digimon, Chihaya Furu, ZX Ignation, Mon Cole Knights, Fanta Sista Doll, Live On, Card Lever Kakaru, Aikatsu, Card Fight Vanguard, Mazuka Party, Gigant Shooter Tsukasa, Zenon Zard the Animation, Dinosaur King, Kakagiru. And that is all I have for you guys this week. Thank you so much for listening and getting to the end of this episode. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at DABlerdBites. Next weekend, December 12th to the 15th, is Atlanta's convention called Atlanta Weekend Atlanta, or shortly called AWA. I'll be attending that in my debut for Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel. Hope to see you guys there. It's going to be a great time. Always remember to embrace your inner blerd. Have a great rest of this weekend. Sayonara.